to the channel, guys. Today we have here a Valeo j34p. It's a ECU from the PSA group, Peugeot Citroën petrol cars. So in this ECU, as you can see here, we are going to pry open these tabs, and this ECU is encased in silicone. This one I have already took the measurements to find the EEPROM that we are going to need to program in order to calculate the pin or to remove the Immobilizer, which we are going to do both in this video. So first off, you take an X-Acto knife or a really sharp knife or a really nice and sharp blade, and take your time and make small cuts, not deep, because you don't want to ruin the board underneath. Although you have almost 5 millimeters thick silicone on this area, still you want to be real careful about doing this job. So we are going to make a small incision, and then with a screwdriver, knife, something, you're going to scrape it off. As you can see, this is a slow work, but you really need to take your time, because you really don't want to damage the EEPROM or the board itself. This is a 95 160, the EEPROM here. Please make sure you know where the number one pin is. I'm going to mark on the ECU here exactly where the number one pin is, and the reference of the EEPROM. I managed to clean it a little bit better around the legs of the EEPROM with a needle, really slowly taking every single bit of silicone that you can. So now I'm applying just a little bit of flux, and I'm going to be desoldering this EEPROM with hot air, and it's going to burn a little bit of the silicone, but that's okay, that's not very important. And I'm going to be placing the EEPROM on my adapter here on the X-Prog, and Let's go and calculate the pin number from the ECU, the pin code. Actually, it's a pin code, and let me show you how to demobilize this ECU as well. As soon as you read the dump on this EEPROM, you will find that in this ECU you actually don't need any calculator to extract the pin. As long as you read the EEPROM, you will see it in the dump there. Although there's a catch, the pin on these EEPROMs are, as they call, byte swap or swipe bytes. So as you can see here, we have there the CHN5, as you can see there twice, one here, one there. So the bytes are swapped. So this means that the pin number is actually N5 CH. So this is how you extract the pin number from these ECUs, reading the EEPROM. Of course, you can do it via OBD with some softwares. But in this case, I wanted to show you how to read it directly from the EEPROM, and also how to modify the dump in order to get rid of the Immobilizer. Okay, to get rid of the Immobilizer, we will have to change these two lines, the 00, the 010, also then it's the 070 and the 080, which are exactly the same as one another. So this is the bytes they're going to be replacing the original bytes with, and with these bytes, this ECU will be Immo off, so the Immobilizer will be deactivated. So as soon as you get these bytes in, you just write it back to the EEPROM, solder the EEPROM back to the ECU, put the ECU back in the car, and just go ahead and start it. So if you want the car demobilized, go ahead and modify this dump as this one, and Next step is to write this dump back to the chip or the EEPROM and then put it back in the ECU, and the ECU will be demobilized. So for this ECU, I did not want it demobilized because I just needed to extract the pin number. I don't have the car with me, I just have the ECU. That's why I'm not doing it via OBD. I wanted the pin so we can code new keys for the car and start it. In this case, I did not use the dump, the Immo off dump. Although I know it works because I've used it in the past and it always has worked for me. So now I'm going to be soldering, after cleaning everything, of course, I'm going to be soldering the EEPROM back in the ECU. Then I'm going to be covering this hole with some hot glue. I'm not going to use silicone because in the future, if you want to remove it and demobilize it or something else, it's easier to remove the hot glue. And also because this ECU is going to be mounted with the cover pointing down, so there's not going to be any excess water coming in. And also I'm going to be covering this really well, so I don't think water will be a problem. Well, in fact, I know water will not be a problem because I've done a few in the past and always done it this way and never had an issue with it. So I'm confident about this. Next, you want to go ahead and put the cover back on, bend the tabs with a screwdriver or a small pliers or something. Just bend those tabs back and that's it. There's no gasket, there's no bolts, there's no screws, nothing. So yeah guys, so if you enjoy this video, if you like this type of content, please don't forget to hit that like button. Consider subscribing for more content in the future. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video.